Hi friends, it's Udhaya from Backyard Garden Highlights. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm planning to share it with you guys how the backyard garden looks. As you can see, like they are producing a lot of new growths. Only thing is they are being completely like damaged by the Japanese beetle, and I don't know what to do because they are enjoying all the leaves in the top and I couldn't really take them from there. So I'm still researching how to really reduce this damage. So that's why this plant is looking sad now, but I'm hoping that I can really do something to prevent them to get damaged vastly. And then in this front also I have planted the pampas plume, and this one I thought aster, but I think zinnia is growing. I don't know how zinnia is growing here. And I have planted couple of stalks here. This was the first stalk flower to bloom for this season, and you can still see the bloom looks really great in the top, and they are just tired in the half of the bottom portion. So that's how the stalk flower sustains, and it's really amazing plant to watch and enjoy in the garden. And then I have a couple of zinnias over there because my husband loved zinnias last year. So as I'm trying lot of other plants there, I thought I will give it a zinnia here so we can have colorful blooms this side as well as that side. And they started blooming already, and in between everywhere I have some space. I have planted gladiolus. So gladiolus, even though zone 6B it is said to be annual, for us it comes back. So I have actually popped in gladiolus everywhere wherever I have some space. So gladiolus are here, so they will come. I'm left with only this space. I did not plant anything, so I'm thinking what to plant here. Let's see. And then even though again this is another flowering bed, I have planted one vegetable, and it's a climber. It's the lima beans again, so they will cover the trellis this side. Hopefully they give enough sun for the flowers. And this is my cucumber plant. As you can see, they are really doing well. They have a lot of smaller cucumbers already. I think maybe in another 2 weeks I can start harvesting them. I started this from seed because the one transplant I transplanted that was killed by the slugs. And on the back side, I think this is my second year. They have, oh yeah, third year. They are coming back, the gladiolus. I have planted some more here, some more there. So wherever I have space, I have planted gladiolus. So they are really doing great, and I hope they will bloom sometime in July, August. And then this is my area where I keep all the tools, so please apologize. Look at this, my tomato plants. I think I have, let me see how many I have. 2, 4, around 6 to 8 plants I have, and they have already started producing small tomatoes for me. Hopefully end of July, maybe, yep, that's when I think I will have some tomatoes to start harvest. Last year they really grown vigorously, and this is the compost bin actually. So I had, like, until last year I used for composting, right? So this soil has a really good structure for grow. So the plants, whatever I'm putting here, grows very vigorously, basically healthy. All this thread that you are seeing, those could not handle the weight of this tomato plants last year, so they have collapsed after heavy thunderstorm or rain. So this time I have used this tree, I don't know what's the name of it. I think this is the one used for tying the tree when they start growing tree. So I have used that, and I'm training center stalk to go through this passage so that they don't flop over. And this is another tomato potato plant that I have used seed potato this year to plant them. So I think hopefully I get a lot of potatoes this year to enjoy. And these are all the winter sown onions from the seeds. And this is ash gourd. This has actually started producing fruit for me. Let me show you guys. Do you guys see that? So there is one fruit there. There are a couple of fruits actually already, and they started producing and ton of blooms, and this is growing very vigorously. So I'm really nervous because I just need one ash gourd. I don't need so many. But let's see. So they are coming over here, and my plan is I'll just leave this branch, and once the main stalk I want to twist it until here. Once it reaches here, I will cut it so they don't really start producing so many branches. Let's see. Okay, let me show you the other side of the garden, the border planting. I have actually planted foliage this side of the gate and then that side of the gate. So I'll show you there. And I have a petunia pot here, and then I have petunia pot here as well. They are full today. This is how the other pot also looked up. And then coleus to add nice color, and the same pattern, except here I don't have pansy because I think all the pansy seedlings that I have planted the other side. So this side I have is rudbeckia, bachelor button, and then sage, the blue sage. And I have also transplanted all my elegance purple lavender. I think I have got 4 plants. Yeah, I have 4 lavender seedlings here. So I transplanted 4 in the ground and 4 in the pot. But yeah, otherwise it's the same repetition of the other side what I've shown. And now let's look at the overall view of the sunny raised bed. How is it, guys? Do you guys like it? I have actually planted pansies as the border planting here, and then later I also wanted to plant some dianthus because even though they are said to be annual, they are coming back previous year in my zone, at least for last year. So with that assumption, I want to really plant dianthus. So next year I don't need to, maybe if I am not even planting petunia, the dianthus should still act as a border planting here. So that's the hope. So I have planted dianthus in the second row of this as a border planting. And then as you can see, I have bachelor button and painted daisies are done. Only thing is, like, is it also going to dormancy? Because last year also their leaves looked yellow and they were done, and there is no evidence of plant after some time. So I need to do the research if painted daisies also go to dormancy and then come back. But they are still looking okay. I removed the dead heads, so they look nice. This is the yarrow plant. They grown up to 5 feet or maybe 4 feet, guys. They have taken over the entire space, and those are echinacea plant. Echinacea also supposed to grow 3 feet. I don't know whether they were waiting for the sunlight. So I'm planning to remove this yarrow plant from here. And I have already started removing some yarrow here, and I started using them for my flower vase and sharing it with your friends. I have removed this yarrow plant, and the Shasta daisy here also smashed, so I have just tied them, so they don't look really great now. My plan is to remove the Shasta daisies and the yarrow from here so that they don't hide the view of the other side. Because I want to, when I look at from here, right, so I want to see the entire bed look neat and clean and beautiful. So these plants looks too large in height, and they are hiding the other side of the garden. So my plan is to remove them soon. So anybody living around Hillsborough, if you guys want to take these yarrow plants, let me know. I'll be happy to give them to you guys. And look at this, guys. A pleasant surprise in my garden for this year is this is the blazing star that I have started from seeds, I think 2020 winter sowing. And it is supposed, like the internet says that no, they don't bloom until 3 to 4 years. But I'm really surprised. I see a lot of bloom stalk from the blazing star. I'm really waiting, excited to see how they look in my garden. Only thing is I wanted to keep these yarrow because these bloom in, I think, bluish or purplish, and then the stalk, the yarrow will look really complement each other. But look at this, the yarrow is really like flopping over the blazing star, and I'm really worried that they may really make this plant also flop over. So I may remove some of the flowering stalk even if they don't look empty there, because I want to keep this plant vertical so that I can enjoy the bloom stalk. Those are the hollyhock plant that I have transplanted early in the spring, and although they are not getting enough sun because of this yarrow and this yarrow, they are thriving on this location and they started their bloom stalk. So I'm really excited to see what color it is going to be, because the one in my outside without fence, they are being eaten by the deer. But look at this yarrow. While I'm complaining about their they are taking over the garden, so that's the only complaint. Otherwise they are really wonderful plant, very tough plant, drought tolerant. You don't need to worry about watering them, you don't need to worry about deer or rabbit eating them. They come back, they are very resilient. So I'm thinking I will keep only one yarrow plant in this bed and remove this one, that one, this one, and the other one. Because of this yarrow, I have planted dahlias in the backside. They are not really getting enough sun, and I think that's a huge mistake I have done. I did not really realize that, and one of the plants started dying now, and other plants are like really having very slow growth. So next year I will not repeat this mistake. Look at this bloom, guys. And this is how the remaining part of this garden looks. As you can see, the grape hyacinths, their seed pods looks really beautiful, so I left them. And this is blue sage that I have transplanted from seed. I'm hoping that they add nice color here. And then couple of coleus plants to make interest with different foliage structure and color. And that is another blue sage, but that did not really make this much growth yet. I don't know why, so I'm waiting for that to grow. And then that's my daffodils. They are done blooming, but they are still looking green because I think they bloomed late, so they are still dying back. And all those are gladiolus that they have come back from the last year. I don't know how to really give them the plant support. Let's see, if you guys have any ideas, tell me. But otherwise, yeah, this is gladiolus. And one in the middle, you see the white bloom, that's the stalk flower. I'll show you guys the nice view of it. I'll put the clip that I have taken before these grown up large, because as you can see, gladiolus started producing the flower stalk already. And these are all the sage, the perennial sage. This was the only plant I had, and all the three are volunteer plants. So I have now 4 sage plant filled this space. I think the first round of flowering is done and they flopped over, and in the middle, as you can see, the second stalk has started. So my plan is maybe after they are starting, either maybe I'll be removing these stalks so they look tidy. But anyway, I don't walk over here, so I'm just leaving as long as the pollinators loving this space. And then this is the yellow snapdragon. This is my first time I have got yellow snapdragon, so I'm not harvesting this snapdragon because I want to collect seeds. Hopefully I will be able to collect. And then, do you guys see that lily? Yep. One thing I learned from growing lily this year is these, I think I planted 4 lilies, and after some time I was noticing some black color, some insect. It was fully harvesting these leaves and damaging the plant, and I, after seeing that one very late, it was completely damaged already. I applied BT spray. So I think after applying BT spray, the plant was recovering back. So I don't know whether these 3 plants will produce any buds because maybe they are already damaged. Maybe they are already damaged by these insects. But I am thankful that at least I got to see one bloom this year. So isn't it awesome, guys? And then that's the pansy. I'm keeping this pansy and this pansy here because I want to see if I can get some free seedlings in this bed also next year. And this is the snapdragon that I have got last year. Like, they came back this year, and look at the amount of blooms that I have got. And the other one, the dark pink that you are seeing, that's the stock plant. They look really amazing. They just started, so hopefully next 2 weeks they will be still here and I'll be able to enjoy it. And this is another snapdragon that I have planted this year with the hope that I can create some yellow, white, peach color snapdragons here for me to enjoy as a perennial. Fingers crossed. And I couldn't really find where my peonies are, so this blue sage has really smashed on the peonies. That's another peony that I have. And in the backdrop that you are seeing, that's the dahlia plants. Let me go inside and show you guys how they look. I have put some net for supporting the dahlia because last year after storm the dahlias were very delicate and they were really flopping over. So this time I thought I will just put some trellis. I don't know what's the name of this type of wire mesh. I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, this is what I'm planning to use for supporting the dahlia this year. So this dahlia is a garden wonder and it is already started providing one bud. And this one actually I have planted from tuber this year. This is a queen of white, the dinner plate dahlia that I have overwintered in the ground last year by mulching, and they are almost maybe 1.5 feet now. And look at the stalk. See, do you guys see? This is what happening to this dahlias as well this year. So I'm seeing a lot of damage from this, slugs and snails. So that's why their growth are little bit slow than what it was last year. Anyway, I think this is yellow color dahlia that is also growing really great. Only thing is you can see there is a lot of damage from the slugs and snails on this also. This is the Thomas Edison, I think so, yeah. So they have also started producing bud. And this one actually I pre-sprouted in a cardboard box and they really overgrown, and it was really challenging for me to transplant. So I wouldn't really pre-sprout them too early, like about March, because they grow very fast. And all the other dahlias, like you can see, they are very small. Like this is like about 1 inch. This is, I think, the pom-pom variety dahlia I have planted, but they are also not growing very fast. And as you can see, they are not really getting any sun because these plants are really hiding the sun here. And next one, this is another garden wonder variety, the red color one, dahlia. They are about maybe 1/2 feet but not getting enough sun, so my plan is I'll be removing this entire stalk so that I can really give some sun for these dahlias, because of course I want to enjoy the dahlia. Oh, I didn't realize there's a bloom. Look at this, guys. The garden wonder. Oh my goodness. The first garden wonder bloom. Look at this, guys. Isn't it amazing, guys? I really love garden wonder. I definitely have to remove all these stalks so they get enough for them to grow. Yeah, this is the another dahlia plant that I said. I don't know like what's wrong with them. Maybe they are not getting enough sun or water. I don't know what, but they are not growing. So I'm just watching to see if they can come back or not. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you guys liked watching this video. I'll see you in another video. Please support my channel by subscribing, commenting and sharing it with your friends.